Hi, my name is Garo Dorian. I would love to share with you this video of my personal experiences with the Archangel Sandalphon. I have a series of videos I've been recording now to record all of my experiences personally with the archangels and angels and the lords and masters of light. The reason is I'm guided to share is because I feel whenever I've shared these experiences with people in person, they've either activated their ability to remember that experience and how to go there, and or had a visitation by the being, the archangel in question that I was talking about. So my intention is to, open my energies to God, to Source, to my higher selves, and call upon all the beings of love and light that I work with on a soul level, the archangels and angels of light, the lords and masters of light. And my current practice is I don't even call in the archangels anymore. I work specifically with my higher selves, and the archangels and angels show up, the masters will show up, and that's a confirmation to me that I'm doing something right. In the beginning of my awakening, my spiritual awakening, the archangels were showing up to assist me in my process and remembering who I am, remembering the truth of who I am. And so during these awakening processes, I would go home after a long day of work and I would immediately feel the inclination of taking a nap. I felt there was so much that had happened during the day, I would require just taking a nap and just really laying down and relaxing. And during these evenings, I would go home and take naps. I would have downloads, initiations, out-of-body experiences, you name it. I would have visitations from archangels. And so many multitude of experiences. This one evening, the process of laying down was I would lay down my body and immediately go into that space of relaxing so I'd clear my energy centers, and it would just happen automatically in a state of just intending to relax and just feel this energy just go through my body, just release. And so this specific evening, I felt myself relaxing and getting really calm. And this was right in the beginning of when I first started invoking and calling and praying ceaselessly. I'm using the word ceaselessly on purpose. And specifically, I was ceaselessly praying for guidance, for opening up my energies to God, to Source, and the beings of love and light that were assisting me. So this one evening, I was laying down and I started feeling myself floating up, and I felt like I was going up in an elevator, just really calmly. I felt myself lifting up. I was like, oh, this feels really nice. As I was lifting up in this, what felt like an elevator, I immediately was jolted awake. And all of a sudden I was, I used to have sleep paralysis. I do no longer have sleep paralysis. And so it felt like sleep paralysis where I couldn't move, yet it was by the light. I was struck by something that was light, and so I called it light paralysis. That the light was so strong that it hit me, that I was struck back. I was going, whoa, what just happened? So in this experience where I was being lifted up the elevator, I had this sudden jolt. I was woken up, and at the same time in my mind, I heard every single time I've ever uttered a prayer to God for help, anytime, like multiple times. If you can imagine your own voice, if you can imagine like 100 times overlapping each other, as loud as you can hear it in your head, this is what I was hearing in my mind. I was going, wow, what's going on? Why is my voice so loud, and why am I hearing every time I've ever prayed overlapping each other? I felt this, feeling of what's going on, why is my voice replaying in my head, almost as if all my thoughts and prayers were shot back at me at the same time to replay to me what it sounded like. And that's what it was. I was going, okay, that was all my prayers I've ever said, and they were all just reiterated back to me at the same time, as loud as you can imagine. And so I proceeded to stay awake and still feel this vibration of this energy around me going, what just happened, what was that? And then that started slowly calming down, and I started looking above me. This light started opening up, and I started seeing this light being approaching me. I saw the wings, I saw the face, I saw the eyes of this archangel. And I was looking at an archangel going, whoa, this is the first time I've ever seen this in this lifetime. What the most interesting part was, I wasn't looking at it from my two eyes, but I had my eyes open, and so I kept moving my eyes, and then I'm like, why am I not able to see this being? And every time I'd go to the center, I'd be like looking and going, oh, I can only see from the center point, like why is that? I later realized this was the point where I was seeing the beings with, the light being that was in front of me. And so I'm looking at this being, you know, it's just right in front of me. I can see clearly their eyes, I can see their face, it's translucent, the archangel see-through. I can see the amazing clothes it was wearing. It was like almost as if it was an elf. It had the pointy ears, it had blonde hair, had this kind of like Renaissance-like attire, maybe like armor, and I saw these giant wings. And I'm looking at this archangel. It's looking at me and going, whoa, this is cool. As I'm proceeding to look at the archangel, I'm starting to sense that, you know, this being is looking at me and reading what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, what's in my energy centers. And I start seeing this being begin to immediately flip over to its right side. As it flipped over to its right side, I saw these butterfly wings emerge from the side of this archangel. And I started thinking, like, why did it just flip over? And what is it about to do with this butterfly wing? I intuitively sensed it was going to start flapping the wing in front of my face. And so I said, oh, okay, I'm going to close my eyes now. And I did. It started flapping the wings in front of my face like so, just as fast as you can imagine, just flapping, flapping, flapping. And I'm just sitting there going, okay, wow, that just happened. As I'm experiencing this flapping, I felt my mind just energetically clear, and I just proceeded at the time just to keep my eyes closed, because I was like, okay, whatever that was, that just happened, and I don't need to see anymore. That was, I got my fill of the evening. I'm good. I'm laughing because it sounds funny. It is. It was hilarious. These beings are funny. And so I felt this being immediately shoot this energy to my heart, and it went through my, I felt like this crystal clear blue light, this sphere of light, went inside my heart. As it went inside my heart, it went through my heart and through my hands, and I felt my hands, this is the first time I ever felt my energy centers, my hands activated. I felt these energy centers turn on, and they activated. And I felt that I received an activation, I received an initiation. As if you receive a Reiki initiation, you know, you do these, you know, whatever other energy practices people have to open up the energy centers of their palms, because there are energy centers here, there's chakras here. Those opened up for me just by this process of this meeting with this archangel. The archangel proceeded to go. I stayed in this vibration for, you know, who knows how long. And in my mind I heard Sandalphon. And I was like, oh, this was the Archangel Sandalphon. So in this process, I had my prayers all sent back to me. I had a blessing of seeing the Archangel. I had the experience of the Archangel clearing my thoughts energetically in my mind and activating my palms. So this is my personal experiences with the Archangels. They're here to activate, to help us remember, to open our hearts to receive, to open up our energies to God, to our source, to our higher selves, to connect even more with all those energies that are available. I love sharing this story because I feel the energy of the light of this archangel, the energy of the source, energy of these light beings coming in when I share these experiences. And I have a weekly angel circle where people, you know, I talk about these experiences and people start feeling these energies as I'm talking about them. So if you start experiencing any subtle energies while viewing this video, let me know. This is just it's an activation for you. It's assisting you in your remembering process. As Plato said, I'm a firm believer of the Platonic teachings. The Platonic teachings are, Plato believed that the soul incarnates and all learning is remembering. That the soul has all the wisdom of the universe, and it is every aspect of learning is an aspect of remembering all that wisdom that is within you. So I find that for me, what has assisted me the most is going within and asking my own heart, asking my own soul, and receiving this information directly from these light beings. I invite you to develop this practice if you choose to make that yourself and develop this level of mastery for you, and share with me your personal experiences. Once again, my name is Garo Dorian. Find me on Facebook, like this video, share it, comment on it, tweet it, whatever you feel inspired to. I'd love to hear your feedback and meet you soon. Take care and blessings.